finally, and super excited. So, yes, Dee, let's just wait for 1 or 2 minutes before our audience starts joining us on Facebook Live. And
Sure.
I am able to give a very extensive but a very heart and warm welcome introduction to you and to your firm, because I think you are doing great work, and totally the sustainability works when it comes to your work. It's like I'm very, very impressed with your work.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me and thank you for inviting Sunshine on your show.
So, yes, viewers, I welcome you to uh, the stability series, Women in Stability in Times of Instability. It is very, very interesting today that we have a woman who was in Kolkata, but now she has shifted all the way to Coorg. And I welcome the CEO and founder of Sunshine, Juhee Jain, to today's conversation series, because it is very enduring that such a fine entrepreneur is with us today. And Juhidi, I welcome you with all my heart. And just
Yes.
a few thoughts I wanted to share today was that, when many women are actually leaving the corporate life because they want to start a work on their own, they want to leave a legacy behind. They are trying to basically follow a call of their hearts, and they are aiming for a successful business. And it is very tough, I guess, in India, as I've discussed in my previous series, where women in India are rarely owning a property. To arrange for finance is a big problem. Wherein their counterparts are generally able to avail that, and providing equal access to finance actually becomes a very challenging in terms of promoting and initiating a business. And but more and more women are breaking such norms, taking the risk factor and the confidence ahead, and coming forward to give their hearts into a business which they find so passionate about. And today I have with me Juhee Jain. And Juhee Dee is actually a very, very enlightened soul, because her project is called Sunshine. And she is an entrepreneur. She founded her company with the sense of sustainability. Yes, she used to work from Kolkata, but now she shifted her base to Coorg. And we would know more details about how the shifting, has actually added a lot of positive graph into her work. And she is going to be discussing with her with about her journey, the kind of employment growth that she's been able to generate out of the business. So yes, firstly, Juhidi, I welcome you to today's
Thank
talk.
you.
And I would like to begin today's conversation by asking you, you shifted base from
Yes.
Kolkata to Coorg. So,
Yes.
what was the hardships that came across to you? Did you pick up from where you left? And what were the amendments that you had to make in terms of growing your business?
So when I moved, so in 2017, I came to Kur. 2018, because clients, friends egged me and said, your work is good. Don't give it up. Restart it. Okay. We did face initial challenges because I went to 4 hills in Madikeri, Coorg, where I live. 3 hills, the women were trained. They didn't like, some didn't like the money we were providing, some didn't like, they had various challenges. Some were like, this is not what I want to do. So because we came from a very different space, we said, you will choose if this is what you want to do.
Right.
Yes, we're not forcing you. Yeah. And finally, I came to the 4th hill where we work now, where the cluster group of 25 women, they're all self-help group women. Okay. And they finally cooperated and they said, yes, we would like to be skilled. We would like to do this cutting and pasting work in the particular way. We're okay with the kind of money you pay us. Yes. And we would like work coming in continuously. And the second challenge which we faced was we used to be a wedding card oriented company at that point in time. Yeah. Now what happened was wedding cards are more digital. Post COVID, though, we don't even know what is the new scenario.
Right.
So I did a bit of research and I said, okay, let's start with just stationery. Yeah, let's start with stationery, which can go to people's houses. This time we started with the aim of being able to reach out to a much larger audience of people. Yeah, and that's why stationery, so little gift tags, little gift cards, these bookmark bottle pins that we have created. Now we're doing paintings, all these. And also what had happened, we had resources, we had paper resources, we had other small cutouts of our work. We used all that to start creating back, skilling, training, and creating back. Yeah. Yes, today, 2 years, 1.5 years later, we have marketing challenges. COVID has helped us, in fact, in realizing that we had taken the right path
Right.
in not choosing wedding cards as a core sector then. Through COVID, we have paid our women. Okay, we've in fact increased the amount of money that they get per month now. Okay, through COVID, we have a team of 25 women currently, and our main thing is to reach out to markets globally. We don't want to be really huge or anything, but yes, uh, the main thing is to reach out to people who would like to buy, appreciate, use, and enjoy the product.
So, Juhee, if I have to ask you that, I do understand now Sunshine is all about paper products. And you
Yes.
mentioned in your bio that it is the only handcrafted paper product company in India.
Yes,
So,
we
can you tell
actually
us
are the
something
only
about
company.
that?
Yeah.
That
See, the thing is that when I was in Kolkata, we had got a Fair Trade Forum registration. Okay. Now, Fair Trade Forum usually only empowers people who are NGOs or self-help groups. They don't believe in empowering what is a company because they think we make a profit, so we're not. I had to convince them that we are making a profit, we are sustaining, bringing sustainability to women in villages. When I was in West Bengal, our villages were in Sundarban and Bashirhat. Okay, and when they realized that we were transparent and following their norms, then they gave us the certification after 5 years.
oh, okay,
Right. So now we don't have it because we gave up our certification this time around.
right,
However, the main thing is that we are still as transparent. Our main aim is to keep a small cluster group.
mm-hmm.
We want to diversify into doing a little bit of fabric products because we have a small group of 5 women
Mm-hmm.
who can make, we did torans like Bandhan bars last year.
Mm-hmm.
We've just done some grocery bags. We've done small envelopes. We'd like to diversify into those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a designer, there is almost no limit to what and how many cluster groups I can diversify into.
Right.
Okay. I think COVID is given us a huge opportunity to now relook at all the products which people would require, and we can diversify and bring to people.
That is really positively taken, the because I think one of the companies which I'm talking to, the owner of a company that I'm talking to, in this case Sunshine, probably you are one of the CEOs, and very limited CEOs, who said that COVID has actually brought about a positive change in the workings of a company. So if I have to ask you a question a little later, but a main that you generally work with waste products, or there is no waste out of the work, as the sustainability
Yes.
code
So
says.
two things. One is we waste means what? See, upcycling, recycling, and using fresh products. All three is done by us. When we talk about recycling, then it is using something which is old and creating something new from it. Yeah.
Right.
there is a difference between upcycling and recycling. Yeah, the processes are also different.
Can you just explain us a bit the difference between recycling and upcycling?
Unfortunately, I have forgotten the exact definitions of these because we had put these up as posts on our Facebook, on all our various links.
Right.
But there is a difference, and maybe I can share that with you at some point. But today I've clearly forgotten it.
That's fine.
Why this came to us was because we had our own produce, which
Right.
we've upcycled,
Right.
which means मैंने पुराना सामान लेके उसको मैंने money envelopes बना दिए, मैंने paintings, we've made paintings, we're making paintings, hooks, other things, okay,
Right. Right.
and we're selling it. We're clearly telling people these are upcycled or recycled products, which we're selling them as.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Seed paper, when we're talking about waste and no waste, there should not be any waste going back to the landfill.
Right.
Okay. With that, we started using seed paper because we wanted to bring the concept you buy something from us which is made on seed paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you gift it or use it and grow a plant.
Oh,
So
awesome.
we call that as grow love, plant love, grow love.
Awesome. Awesome.
That is it. And why that happened was because 2 years back when we had a cyclone in Karnataka and Kerala, Karnataka, we were hit first time in 50 years. Kur had floods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it led me to think that Sunshine should be one enterprise which could actually go towards as less landfill as possible. We're trying to go towards zero plastic, but because we are paper, we have to pack like certain amount of product in plastic. Yeah, for shipping we have to use certain amount of things like bubble paper and all,
Right.
which we don't like, but we don't have an option,
Right.
right? So as many, but our products will not use plastics. China, well, I should not politically incorrect to say Chinese material, but where we were also playing with the idea of using, thread which is upcycled. So there are certain threads which are now getting made from, say, old tires, from old metal is being
Right.
made into threads and things.
Right.
So I wanted to start doing embroidery with that on our cards, on products. So that is where upcycling comes in,
Nice. Nice. Right.
right?
Right.
So seed came in, then seed paper came in, then coffee came. Coffee paper is also this thing. Why? Because we are in coffee land.
Right.
We're using the paper is made out of coffee waste.
Right.
Okay. So I mean there are endless products we can provide using that paper. It's a win-win because the coffee farmers, their waste becomes into paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then that paper we're using to make products which can go to you.
Mm-hmm.
So we have taken a totally different stance to our corporate mission when
Mm-hmm.
we started back in 18, and I had to really study, work, experiment, which I'm still doing even now. Yeah,
Right.
and bring the products to people.
So actually, they working out of coffee paper or working out of seed. So is and you're a designer. So
Yes,
and we have to keep words like zero waste, upcycling,
yes,
sustainability in
yes,
mind. So
yes.
are there limitations to designing, or are there limitations to putting use of these products? Because that's a very something which I'm very intrigued about.
So when you're having fun, when you're creating and you're having fun, there's never limitation. The
Awesome.
possibilities are endless. They start opening so fast in ways which you never thought. I
Right.
think Karnataka per se has taught me that the possibilities are many. Yeah. Uh, People here taught me self-sustainability. They have taught me being self-reliant. They have taught Sunshine that, doesn't matter where you've come from, you can rely on us. You can rely on your own self. You don't have to keep saying, oh, Bengal had this, but I don't know how to do this,
Right.
right?
Right.
It just falls into place. And yes, the other
You are
missions
so
are,
precise. Sorry, I'm intruding you, but you're so
sorry.
precise in saying that Karnataka actually opens its doors to, and opened its doors to accepting and making you more self-conscious, self-reliant, self-dependent.
Yes.
So, is it
Yes.
that different from Bengal?
Yes, yes. Because in Bengal, when I used to work in the villages, I always had to fend for basic things for them. You see, because they really did not even have the basics. In Karnataka, the people have the basics. They're also more educated here. You see, so even though language is a barrier for me,
Mhm.
however, getting across and doing things like, I just gave them work last week, and gave them a 2-day deadline.
Mhm.
Within 24 hours, the entire work came to my doorstep.
Okay.
You see, so there is a huge difference between the way Bengal and the villages, say Sundarbans or Bashirhat, where I have worked. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Unfortunately, the 24 Parganas, as you and I both know right now, is facing almost, I mean, there's so much trouble
Right.
there.
Right.
But there is a huge difference in the attitude of the people, the
Right.
common man, so as to speak, in Karnataka and in Bengal. They're happier here. They are more. It's, I don't know. There is a difference, and I think that has helped us think more. That has helped us create more. That has helped me and Sunshine go in ways where we were like, hey, what the hell? We can't do this. It's not possible to do these things. If the client asks, if whatever, then we'll do it.
Right.
Now we're not that. We're like, we want to create it. How do we bring that for ourselves
Right.
and then bring it out to people?
No,
So
I
there's a
see it's very
difference.
relative and very subjective. And you, as an entrepreneur, you have worked in these few areas in Bengal and now in Karnataka. So nothing. Each one's to their own experience, and this is what you're
Yes.
sharing out of your own
Yes.
experience. So as we are talking about the workforce here, these so just an extended question to this for the viewers who are joining us now, that you have generated a lot of employment for these women, and if you could just tell us, one more time, where and which, sector, as you had a typical tribe, or was it like a sect from where these women come up to? You had,
So, no, actually, I went. So, Kodagu has more than 3,000 self-help women groups in Kodagu district. Okay. I approached them through that, like I said, this one hill I finally zeroed in on.
right,
That's there, right? So, this is a core group of completely Muslim women.
right,
Okay.
right,
Their husbands, to a large extent, are, say, drivers, cooks, electricians, welders. Um, yeah, some have children who have work in Qatar as cooks and drivers and things. Okay.
right.
However, why they? Because one is their hand in skilling is very good.
Hmm.
Okay, that's my first priority. Second is their need is there for the money for work.
Hmm.
Okay, so this area where I have 25 women right now, we have 15 working with us, because there will always be situations of pregnancies of girls who are younger, going away, getting married and things.
Right.
This is a standard norm any entrepreneur will face if they are working at the field level.
True, true, true,
Okay.
true.
However, here the thing is, we have these Muslim women now. Through COVID, pre-COVID days, this money, as I had taught them, I said, you need to save. You've got children. They are all very conscious about sending the children to good schools.
Right.
Yes. To save some for themselves. I said 10% of whatever I give you, please put it aside. Maybe in a year or so, if you can even buy 1 gram of gold for yourself in this,
Mhm.
please do that.
Right.
That was what was being taught, is being taught to them. Yeah.
Right.
During COVID and this, when a lot of their husbands were not, like, auto drivers clearly have no jobs now because we're a tourist town, no tourism. So a lot of them have lost jobs.
Right.
The welders have lost jobs. Electricians don't have much work, so when one base, so the main aim with Sunshine always was, if there is a source of income which shuts for you,
Right.
this is a source of income which will at least give you a little bit of uh, whatever, at least you don't need to feel so down and out and lost and feel suicidal.
No, I think that's really, commendable, Dee. And coming to the basic foundation of your work, which is handcraft. And so, if I have to
Yes,
ask you, do you think this particular industry of
yes,
handcraft paper and
yeah,
you know the artifacts or the stationery or
yes.
whatever is made out of this handcraft paper, would you consider it to be having its limitations in terms of a market? Because a market with
Market,
so much
no,
of Chinese
because
product, so much of
market, no, because in India, yes, we are still not sensitive enough for handcrafted products.
Mhm.
Globally, if as and when we can reach out, people overseas appreciate and understand handcraft more.
Right.
Somehow this bias is there, but I mean, it still exists. Yes. The limitations in our industry, one is that handcraft paper mills, we used to have more than 200 paper mills pre 2009. After that, now currently in the last 2 years back, there were less than 20 handcraft paper mills left in India.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So, yes, paper is being cut down as a commodity worldwide, India wide, big time. Yeah.
Mhm.
People are not really interested in buying. Everything goes digital, email, and stuff. Yes, we
Right.
are all facing it.
Right.
That is there. So, that's why people like us are taking in smaller cluster groups,
Right.
doing smaller levels of production, going in more towards what is, we will not create waste, we will, because now we have the time to do that, right? We have the time to do it, because if your economics you can work out such the way I have, then you
Right.
have the time to do all these things,
That's true.
so yeah, that's the basic
And do you think that handcraft industry or a small financed or enhancement and a company like yours, does it also see foreign clientele? Like Kurg has so much of uh, you know uh,
tourism.
yeah, tourism, and
Yeah.
so much of the flow of foreign tourists is visible in Kurg.
Yes.
So do you think
Yes.
that works as an advantage to your product?
We did, because we started a small shop in a resort pre-COVID, and a lot of the foreigners and Indians who came to that resort picked up a lot of our cards. Our seed paper cards went, our smaller tags went, our little pins went. These things did go. In fact, the resort was very. They were really wondering that she's put up these products. Will they sell? And in a month, when I gave them the figures and things, they were quite happy with it. And we were happy to look at, okay, April, May is tourist season, we will, but then COVID hit all of us, and that, but we have been online ever since, so we haven't lost sales. Sunshine did not lose sales thanks to COVID. I mean, we are grateful to COVID, because COVID did not affect us in any way, I
Right.
would say.
No, I
That's
think
there.
that's very very positive, Dee. And you are able, as you said, that moving your base from Kolkata to Kurg has given you that pathway to generate a more free climate to creating, because the resources are better, the manpower is better, it's more disciplined, it's more educated. So yes, these do act and help the entrepreneur a lot in terms of having a free mind in order to generate great creativity. But yes, I want to tell the viewers that Sunshine is a company which deals with handcrafted paper product, and it is the only handcrafted paper product in India. And you can touch its base on Instagram and on Facebook. There is a Sunshine page on Facebook where you can see the materials, the products, and you can reach out to the CEO, Juhee Jain, if you have any inquiries about the same. Moving next, Adi, I really want to discuss about Atithi Deva Bhava, because you come from a place which is a paradise to humankind, which is Kurg. As in discussion with you the other day, it is a land where people just come and they get lost. The coffee plantations, the climate, the people, everything is awesome. So, what do you want to tell us about your next venture, which is your Atithi Deva Bhava?
So this whole thing started with wanting to do ecotourism, because
Right.
general tourism is there where, you just come, you hang around the hotels. There are 4 or 5, 6 identified tourist spots where you will go and see, and you buy your spices and you're back home.
Right.
Yeah. Breaking away from the existing model that was there, I had wanted to bring in, say, a yoga person to, have yoga workshops, have dance, therapy workshops, have tie and dye workshops, have all these, as a part of your holiday package.
Right.
Okay. So you've come there, you wanna just sleep and laze also, but great, but also do something fun with yourself so that it unwinds you. Leave your phone behind, leave your laptop, leave your gadgets behind. You know, unwind, because when Kurg helped me unwind so much,
Right.
I half the times I'm not reachable on my phone because it's I put it on silence, and I don't want to hear rings
Right.
anymore,
Right.
because nature just is so kind. So taken, so the idea was to bring in the kindness of nature to you,
True.
to enjoy the treks, enjoy a walk, enjoy some beautiful waterfalls which are not even listed on the lists of any of the places where you will go to. you know
And one, I
we've
think,
got like a
a
whole.
very strong highlight there, which you pointed out in Atithi Deva Bhava, is where, in terms of ecotourism, where you initiate, the travelers to stay with local people. You open up your
Yes,
homes to them, and you open up
yes,
your food, your culture to them.
yes,
So, would you like to
yes.
speak about that?
Yes, so ideally, whenever anybody who's coming from anywhere would ask me, can you suggest, a hotel and things? And I was like, if you're open to a homestay, I can suggest some wonderful homestays, you know, and come there and stay as a guest there. Eat the local cuisine of Kur, which in the non-vegetarian is basically the akki roti and pork and mutton.
Right.
Yeah. And in the vegetarian is the akki roti and pumpkin vegetables, and the other Kerala based and Karnataka based, coconut based curries
Right.
that they make, which are very, very different from what you really would get in other cities. Yeah. They have a lot of different kind of pickles, juices, coffee, of course,
Right.
that's there, right? Which, I mean, for instance, if I asked you, have you ever had a bird eye chili shikanji?
No, no, never, never.
Correct. Yeah. So come to Kurg and have that. You see?
Very soon, the once all of this settles, I have to come,
Yeah.
because you sound so welcoming, and I can see it on your face, that Atithi Deva Bhava definitely is your venture. But as an entrepreneur, as a person, the place has manifested so much in you in terms of your inner growth, your inner healing. As a
Yes.
human, you
Yes.
have opened up to
Yes.
so much more
Yes.
when shifting your base from Bengal to Kurg.
Yes.
So yes,
Yes.
I think so. I'm sure that due to COVID, the this particular venture for now is absolutely underlined. But I'm sure you're hoping that once all of this settles, you would be opening up very soon for this particular dues
Yes. We're
also.
hoping. Let's see. Let's see. Let's keep our fingers and toes crossed for 2020 or 2021, whenever safety is priority.
I know,
Let's see
I know.
what shows up
So
for
they
all of us.
going back to Sunshine, if I have to ask you, where do you see now the handcraft industry in India? Where do you see? Okay, you have everything positive to say as an entrepreneur, but as a
Yeah.
whole industry, where in terms of sales, in terms of raw materials, in terms of sustainability, in terms of government giving help and laws, so what do you have to say in terms of the would you say that it is very strong, or it needs a lot of push? More and more people should be initiating this
So that
business.
is a creative movement on the where the estimate is 20 crores artisans in India will be jobless because of COVID. That is a statistic estimated.
Right.
There is a creative movement in all states of India. Everybody who is passionate is asked to volunteer. I have also volunteered my services. We're cataloging the products of the artisans India wide, providing the funds to the ones who are asking for it. There is an estimated stock, the figure came to me was 60 crore stock of the artisans India wide. Okay. The latest policy, if you're an MSME, also women entrepreneurs in India and Karnataka have a lot of help from the government of India.
Right.
That's there. Okay. So the MSME, the latest policy that the government has said is that you can get up to 3 crore of loan.
Right.
Okay, from the government. So I think the current government has been very, very good in terms of providing the various loans and things for women.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you don't have to be an industrialist house or anything. I've seen like basic women here go up and start mushroom farming. They've started their own little stitching units, banana leaf making kind of MSME units all over South India are there.
Mm-hmm.
Loans are available. It's
Mm-hmm.
up to you to be honest enough to know, yes, and make your own plan, make your own a marketing plan, your own business plan, your own strategy,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll get it. Loans are available at an average of 59 minutes. You'll get a loan if you're a woman entrepreneur in India.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly being a woman entrepreneur is very, very easy in India today because you're getting so much from the government itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but are we willing to give back? That's the question. Are we willing to be, integral? Are we willing to be collaborative? Currently, it's co-creation, collaboration. These are the words which are coming into everybody's, vocabularies. Yeah. But as a woman entrepreneur, are you willing to be that? Do you see yourself there? Because we're part of the handcrafted industry of India, which currently, as I said, has given these numbers, figures, and statistics.
Right.
Yeah. I personally don't think that COVID can kill anything. Yeah, it has slowed down everybody worldwide.
Right.
But then nature will probably find a way to spring us all back, no?
So, just to add to what you just said, this particular movement which is going on,
Yes,
which is supporting
yes,
the craftsmen who are being cataloged now into different skills. So,
yes.
is it like is it like whole of India, or is it like based?
Yes.
Right.
It's part
So,
of the Indian thing.
so
So
if you could just
also,
guide us, if there are a lot of people in Kolkata, maybe the ones who are listening to us now, or the ones who will probably listen to us later, if they also
yes,
want to be a part of this movement, where
yes.
they can assist these artisans, so where they can reach out? Is there a website? How to go
Yeah,
about it?
the 200millionartisans.com. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
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 The exact thing is also, we call it the creative movement.
Okay.
Yeah. The Karnataka chapter is what I have currently volunteered my services to.
Right.
I can send the link again to you, so maybe if people read it or whatever, they can just reach out to
Maybe
me and I
after,
can.
yeah, or maybe after the conversation, you can leave that link in one of the comment boxes on the
Correct,
on the live
correct,
feed of ours. So in case
correct.
people want to know more about it, they can, because I think it's
Yes.
a very correct venture to put your heads to and actually help these artisans and craftsmen.
Yeah, because you see, the main thing we are looking at is to how to sell their stocks, to whom to sell their stocks to. The
Right.
other question is, what are the products you as individuals, as people who are going to buy from us? What
Right.
is it you want to design? What are the products you want us to give you? Masks is there, yes. Everybody is into making masks now.
Right.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Right.
However, what is the other thing? Even if you're sitting at home, what is it that now you want us to create?
Right.
You see, so that's a very big question even on our minds.
Right.
We need feedbacks from people saying, hey, create these products, yeah, it'll help all of us at home.
Right.
You see, so these are the questions which are there out there. You have people from Dastakar, you have CCI, everybody is working towards these movements. FTA, Fair Trade Movement, Fair Trade India is also doing the same artisan revival movements in
Right.
India.
Right.
Because please understand, after agriculture, handicraft is the second largest sector in India.
Right.
So that's the reason why we're all trying our best.
So I think that's very wisely said. And viewers, if you're listening to us, I think if we can also generate our assistance to this creative movement which is going on, I think it'll be great. And as Juhee said, there's a lot of discussion about the kind of products to be created, or reach out to these forums online, try to Google about it as to how we can sustain our creativity sitting back at home and generate what is in demand in the times that we are now, because these times are unprecedented and we don't know how long this is going to be. So that our creativity is sharpened and skilled and we use it to right use, I think it's important that we reach out to these forums in order to generate the best production still even at these times. So Deep, I have to ask you finally before we leave, you have had this change of mindset, as I'm repeatedly saying, once you shifted base, and you have worked with all sorts of manpower, labor, finance, laws, because Bengal laws were different, Karnataka laws are different, the
Yes.
kind of product, creativity, as you said, there were limitations to thoughts while you were in Bengal, but you could go all around it when you reached Karnataka. So a lot of thought processes, a lot of value change, a lot of workability around your sunshine has taken a total leap. So if I have to ask you to talk about change, talk about growth to the entrepreneurs of today's, what would
Yes.
you want to tell them?
Just just be consistent, be passionate, and motivate, motivate yourself and motivate your teams. Yeah. Um, and I don't think make money an issue, because that was the biggest change that I had to make in my mindset. Yes. Money was a very big issue for me. And when I changed the way I looked at money, that's when both me and Sunshine, we both said, oh, heck with it. I mean, we don't want to just work for money now, you know? We want to enjoy. Sunshine wants to enjoy. I want to enjoy life. That's there. And the basic core was, if we enjoy, if we are passionate about it, money will come,
True.
and we will be able to pay our bills. We will be able to do things, you see. But we are also very careful in taking baby steps.
Right.
It's not कि आज business plan banaya and tomorrow I've run to the bank to get funding. No.
Right.
See the sustainability, see what's happening. You see, that's there. It's not about taking a huge vertical leap today. It's
True.
about catching your breath. I
True.
think the most important thing today is catch your breath.
True.
Take stock of your life, of the entity, of the company you are with.
True.
That's there.
True.
Yeah. Don't make bills an issue. Yes, it is on all our minds, money, bills, all of that. Don't make that an issue. Yeah.
Yes, I
Find
think the
fun in what you do.
greatest of the entrepreneurs in history have always highlighted one thing in them, which you're just repeatedly saying, is passion and focus and belief. And just being with yourself, because that is what is going to generate the money, because that will attract abundance, and move with times, and always look at time at something which is going to be generating abundance and positivity. So yes, that is very important. Yes, viewers, I think here is an entrepreneur who has made very distinctive changes in her work, in her mindset of looking at her own company Sunshine, and working towards handcrafted paper products and making a mark, generating employment, trying to adapt to the COVID times, but not letting her creativity sulk and diminish. And as she repeatedly says, that COVID has actually helped her and her employees to actually come forward and move ahead. Just like the way Anna Dixon, the World Bank's vice president, had once said that if half the population of the Indian labor force comes forward as women, because the population of women is such in India, that even if half of the population of women comes into the labor force, we can increase 9% of India's GDP, which is absolutely commendable. And as I say, it is not in the power or the reach of doing the works by women which is creating the hindrance. I think, Juhee, the main hindrance which is coming is the representation of women. The representation of women is so less in the entrepreneurial sector, in the labor sector, because of the mindsets of the fraternity of people is what is creating that setback. And this actually makes me say that that the only difference between men and women are that if women are lunatics, men are idiots. That is that is yeah,
That,
this is the only
and
difference.
we have many men as clients, but
Yeah,
yes, men have
yeah.
their own spaces.
Yeah, and if
Women
women, yeah,
contribute, and
it's like both hand in hand. It is just the representation which is making a difference. And on that note, I think I'm so happy that I actually got into this awesome sustainable discussion with the CEO and founder of Sunshine. And yes, again, just to repeat, in case you want to come closer to the products of Sunshine, know more about sustainability and about the products which Sunshine is creating, you can reach out to the page of Sunshine on Facebook and on Instagram as well. And you can see a world of ideas which Juhee is designed for us. And I think, Juhee, the main core that you've shared today about helping the artisans, joining the creative forums, joining the creative movement, and highlighting the fact that so many of these craftsmen can go out of job during the times that we are in. I think it's worth pondering about and looking into. So yes, thank you so much for that
thank you,
know-how, because that is
thank you,
so important. And thank you for being with me today
thank you.
in the sustainability series. We need women like you to bring about more sustainability and growth, so that these areas, as you say, after agriculture, handicrafts is the second most important works, yeah, sector in India. So I think it is important that we look into it and we make it flourish ahead. So thank you so much, Juhee, for being with me today, and I'm looking forward to meeting you when I'm coming to Coorg.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sonali.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you, viewers, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.